Hello, I'm Lawrence, a librarian for LA County Library. Today we'll be learning about a notable person in the field of STEAM, which stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. Percy Lavon Julian was an African-American chemist who was a pioneer in the chemical synthesis of medicinal drugs from plants, laying the foundation for the large-scale production of steroids from plant compounds. We'll be learning more about his accomplishments and have a fun STEAM activity with chemistry at the very end. To find out more about our virtual and live programming and explore our catalog and services, please visit lacountylibrary.org, and we're also on social media at LA County Library. For the latest library news and updates on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and more, follow us at LA County Library. And now, on to our program. Percy Lavon Julian was born in 1899 in Montgomery, Alabama. His father was a clerk at the United States Postal Service, and his mother was a school teacher. They knew the value of higher education and encouraged Julian to attend college. Julian excelled academically, graduating from DePaul University in Indiana in 1920 as valedictorian, and subsequently teaching chemistry at Fisk University. He gained admission to and completed a Master of Science degree in chemistry at Harvard University in 1923, but was unable to continue his doctorate degree there due to racial factors, which led to the withdrawal of his teaching assistantship. Julian later received a Rockefeller Foundation Fellowship to continue his graduate studies at the University of Vienna, where he completed his PhD in chemistry in 1931, being one of the first African Americans to receive a PhD in chemistry. As a researcher, scientist, and entrepreneur, Julian made breakthroughs in synthesizing steroids from medicinal plants that made these treatments more affordable and more accessible for many people. As a researcher at his alma mater, DePaul University, Julian was able to synthesize physostigmine, a chemical used to treat glaucoma. After Julian moved on to become the director of research in the soya division of the Glidden Company, Julian's work at Glidden on producing an isolated soy protein also meant he was a major part of the development of aerofoam, a firefighting foam that was used by the U.S. Navy during World War II to smother oil and gasoline fires on board their ships. This invention helped save many lives during the war, and in recognition of this achievement, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, or the NAACP, awarded Julian the Spingarn Medal in 1947. Cortisone, a steroid which helped with many conditions including rheumatoid arthritis, was discovered in 1948, but was expensive to synthesize. Julian developed a new substance, substance S, from which he was able to synthesize both cortisone and hydrocortisone using a much less expensive process. Much of the production process of these steroids today is still very much based on Julian's original process. Julian left Glidden in 1953 and founded his own company, Julian Laboratories, in Illinois. Through his research and development synthesizing chemicals through Mexican yams, Julian helped lower the price of steroids and similar chemicals, making them accessible to a wider population. Percy Lavon Julian passed away in 1975. He held more than 130 patents throughout his career and was the first African American chemist inducted into the National Academy of Sciences. His work in scientific breakthroughs leaves a legacy that can still be felt today by the many people being treated by the products he helped develop. So if you want to be a chemist like Percy Julian, here's a cool lemon volcano activity to try out. For ingredients, you'll need a lemon half, baking soda, a knife and spoon, and food coloring. Remember to always have an adult help when using a knife or sharp object. So step 1, take the knife and cut the lemon in half. Next, use the spoon to scoop out part of the lemon and also to break up the insides. Then you want to add a few drops of food coloring to the inside of the lemon for a cool effect. Then you want to pour some baking soda onto the top of the lemon. Then you want to mix with a spoon. So you might be wondering, what's the science behind it? So lemons are a type of citrus fruit, along with limes, grapefruit, and oranges. Citrus fruit have a high amount of citric acid, which has a lot of hydrogen ions, which are responsible for that sour taste. Now, acids mix with the baking soda, which contains a lot of hydroxide ions. When the hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions combine, the resulting chemical reaction will neutralize the acid and release carbon dioxide, which takes the form of the foam that erupts from our volcano. For more cool science project ideas, be sure to check out our catalog at lacountylibrary.org. This concludes our video. Until next time, thanks for watching.